Hello, so today I've got this Prezi here on how to write a script. I will be going through in some more details as to what a script might actually look like a bit later, but for now we're just going to go through this. You should take notes and I will embed the video into Canvas so you can go back if you need to. So firstly, what is a script? A script has different names for different performance media. So for example, when you watch a play on a stage, it's called a script. When you watch a movie, the script is called the screenplay. When you watch a musical, the words that the actors say is called the book, and the words that they sing are called lyrics. And so there are different types of different names of scripts, but they're all pretty much the same sort of thing. For example, radio plays, TV shows, and even games, things like that. So, for example, Call of Duty, the Oblivion, Elder Scrolls games, those sorts of things. Somebody has to write all of the things that the characters play and link it in together. It would be no good, for example, if in Call of Duty Black Ops, Woods suddenly started talking about the Second World War, because that's not set during the Second World War, it's set during the Vietnam War. So there are different things like that that need to be thought about. So the elements of a script are the title of the play, the character list, the setting, and the dialogue. So all plays and TV shows, movies, etc., have a scene, and that is the where, when, and the surrounding environmental details where the action takes place. So mostly a play or a TV show or a movie, etc., has different scenes. If you think about, so for example, one of the Avengers movies, there are lots and lots of different places and times and surrounding environmental details where the action takes place. If you look at the sitcom Friends, there are different scenes. So there's usually a scene in Monica's apartment, there's usually a scene in Joey's apartment, there's usually a scene in Central Perk, the coffee shop, that sort of thing. And with that, you can be really general. So you might say it's just set in Australia, or you can be a bit more specific and you could say it's set in Sydney during wintertime, or you can be really specific and say it's set on Sunday, the 8th of June, in Sydney at Darling Harbour at 5 o'clock at night, and it's getting dark and it's getting cold and it's starting to rain. Or you can have a mix of those things. On to our next slide. The character list. These are the people in the play and a brief statement explaining who they are within the play. And in the example that you'll find later, further on in this unit, you will see that sometimes playwrights can be incredibly specific as to what they want. The first play that I show you, that I've given you a brief cut and paste of, very, very specific, even into describing the type of furniture and the clothes that the characters are wearing and those sorts of things. And, you know, they go into detail about the character and what type of person they are. Whereas in the second play that I've included, there's very little in the way of describing the set and very little in the way of describing the characters. But you'll see that when you move on to one of the later steps. Okay, on to the setting of the play. And as I said before, that's where the scene is taking place and the location of the action. It's very rare nowadays that a TV show or a movie or a play will only happen in one place. Most of those things now have multiple scenes in multiple different places and times. And lastly, the dialogue. This is when characters are speaking to each other or to themselves or to the audience. And so there's a bit of an example there of how to write dialogue. So you would write the name of the character. You might write a stage direction, which is something that an actor has to do, such as stand up, walk somewhere, drink a cup of tea, fall over, or it might be their tone of voice. And those are always put in brackets. You don't read those. That's how you do or what you do. And then there are the lines. And in the example that I show you in the next video, you'll see what I mean by that. So there is a short prezi on how to script. I'll be going to a little more detail later on.